Alright, try this out. Restream again, but this time I'm only doing the free version. I'm testing to see. On. Airing properly on Twitch. Okay, gonna give this a try. This is the free restream, so thought I'd do some quick comic pages while I'm doing laundry. Already done just to kind of show what I'm working on right now. I still have to do a background here, and we do some backgroundy stuff here. But this is all part of my next story with TikTok Tom, and I don't know if anyone's gonna actually watch this. This is a little different. Usually, anyone out there, comment, say hi, let me know how you're getting this. Yeah. Don't have many YouTube subscribers or what have you. So since I've already got my layout in front of me, which is right here, I'm going to just start going in. I'm going to rough in with my red pencil. Because anyone that's actually seen my TikTok Tom stuff, I always do like full colors on my page. The only thing I really do a lot of digitally is correcting art corrections or lettering, because I am not great with lettering. And I'm just roughing in right now, going in very light. Like should be doing this, but I'm thought I had a perspective here, but my idea didn't turn out, so I'm going to bounce it about these red and blue pencils is they don't erase as well as my traditional graphite, but since these are just black and white pages, that's not super necessary. Rough in the anatomy. This isn't going to look too different. So I don't know if you can see, I've also roughed in what I'm doing with the panels in blue. So just to kind of give an example here, this is a 10 by 15 art or 11 by 17 artboard, which I guess is still the standard when it comes to traditional comics. So 11 by 17. We have like the interior is a 10 by 15. But because we've been doing a lot of our books on Amazon a little more, and you can find those, TikTok Tom on Amazon, we have a live area. So this is like absolute art that will not get trimmed off in the printing process no matter what. anything outside. Not likely, but maybe. Yeah, so I'm not going to end up deviating too much from my layout here. I'm actually deviating a lot less than I thought I was. And this won't be too complex, and I don't know how much time I'm actually going to have to get into the further of it, but what I am going to do is get my blue pencil here and figure out exactly. So I measured this at 4. Yeah, this was dumb on my part. I did not make this as exact as I would have wanted, so. Lightly, let's see. That might work. Do that again because I have a T-square, but I don't think it's properly properly aligned with my art desk. I'll do that with the blue and then back to the red pencil too. So whoever is out there, I see at least one person out there. I don't know if my comments are on. There. Let's see if that works better. There. I can see comments now. Page up here so we can see. Just kind of get that bottom. like all my other processes, such as it is not a linear process at all. Okay, I just roughed in hair, but I'm pretty sure if I reference my other panels, that's not the hairstyle. All right, it isn't. That's all right. Something like, can't see it on page right now. Doesn't, my layout or story doesn't indicate it, but I'm going to make the bullet hole right dead center. Bring this back a little down more. I'm not doing any tight rendering right now, so I can tape up my board here. I'm hoping I'm not going to make this one long. I'm just testing out Restream. I had a membership, but I found that I wasn't using it to its full potential. The plan I had was probably the next most basic, but I don't have enough social media channels. To justify. And also I'm finding it, even though I'm on the basic, it's still pretty good about using my webcam and laptop and all that. Test something. This is me sending. And I just said hi to myself. All right. So testing that in real time. Perfect. All right. So only 720p, but I don't know. anyone that's out there. Feel free to say hi. Feel free to ask what I'm doing. What insanity is this that he's subjecting to the internet? Yep. I just broke my graphite here. One sec. That's what we needed to see. Dude sharpening his pencil. And I'll have to check the blade on my. I don't need this pencil super tight though. I just need it so I can actually start. Just to kind of get back into here, I'm going to have my first couple pages with me. Like I said, I'm going to not going to stick around too late tonight. You saw my Twitch last night. It's still available at I don't want to say old school, but I guess it's old school now. Bone Claw Wolverine. But that took, once I was in the penciling phase, I was pretty good. Then I got into inking and coloring. And all of a sudden, kind of lapsed into the kind of late dinner and threw everyone's bedtime off. And even when I'm doing the tighter rendering, board hard, what's wrong with you? It's not super tight. I have a pretty heavy hand when it comes to rendering sometimes, and trying my best to get out of that habit. So I'm getting kind of outside my panel a bit, but that's all right. Now, thing Iggy that I try to do is I'll give her a couple of piercings. They're not all symmetrical. Someone who's had his ears pierced several times in my younger days. mine aren't, my piercings aren't symmetrical. I haven't made up my mind. I'm trying to get a little bit of. Another thing I've done too is every Iggy story I've done, I've always given her a different hairstyle. For those that follow me in the TikTok Tom stuff. My first couple of stories was rather reserved. Not my last story, my second last story, or my last Iggy story, I'll say. My last TikTok Tom didn't have Iggy at all. I gave her this kind of cool kind of cut, shaved on the sides. It was she dyed it like a hot pink, but this story is in black and white, so now I'm flexing an entirely different set of muscles. I'm gonna go back to my first page here. I drew that page on my Patreon. So I'm attempting to keep some form of consistency. That was one of those dumb things that always bothered me as a kid. I started my collecting in the late 80s, early 90s on I guess that was the transition between casual fan and accepting that I'm a nerd. But there were a lot of times where there'd be a design element that was in one panel that didn't necessarily carry on the next, and back and forth. And I know there's like an artist or two from my era that takes the most flack. I'm not going to name names, but they were not alone. There were a lot of professionals, more established professionals of that era, that also would flub a detail. So it was something that kind of just happened, but the era I was reading the books more so than these days had what was called the deadline style. So, and this era of artists would do like issues consistently, like month in, month out, some of which having like uninterrupted, like multi-year levels. So this did not, so okay, so I did not wanted to deviate from that panel a little bit, and then I ended up doing exactly what this is my layout. Add too many lines. We've all seen that with the women. Adding too many lines on someone that I'm not intending to look older isn't always the bestest call. That's gonna be a weird camera angle. Let me show you how to draw a panel, and then the hand is over what I'm drawing. I'll work on that. This guy has a bit of an interesting look. He has kind of a, wearing a kind of a sweater thing underneath a short sleeve shirt. I've never been a fashion designer. And this is a lot of juggling. I'm going back and forth to see if I. So use one ear. Oh. All right. I think I got it now. Loop in one ear, stud in the other. And this is the dumb stuff that goes on in my head every time I draw anything. Because I am drawing this in like straight up black and white. I'm not going to worry about Iggy's eye color in particular. Edit. A little mark my page. I should have done that. This is why I'm not a professional, because of stuff like this. A lack of natural talent doesn't help. That's a little too negative. What am I at? Just over half an hour. Okay. Not a big deal. Remember, I'd like to see if I can get a little further up here. So make sure that's on. Up. Well, the upside of using old school, or I guess a webcam versus my phone, with the way my camera arm is in particular, I can always adjust a little bit. And this is me drawing through a panel again, because I can erase or crop all that stuff. Already within my guidelines. I've done this head part so wrong. Well, it's still not doing it. What's funny about this character here is the sides of his head are all shaved off, but he has a bit of a, not even a rat tail. Like he's actually got this tied back into a little stub of a because this is a person that's, I don't want to say out of date with his style, but maybe extremely has a unique and individual look. I don't know if I want to do like X's on the eyes to kind of shorthand. I'll figure out the eyes a little bit later. I hope I'm clearly showing this. Iggy has a, for those that seen my video before and have talked in great depth about this particular character, Iggy, is that she is capable of manifesting her weaponry from her own little storage image. Do something with this face. Let's go. Lots of erasing. Given her a hard look everywhere else, but this one panel, she looks a little soft. Like I hit, fumbled my pencil. That's fine. That's So for anyone, okay, this is getting into 45 minutes now. So, you know what? I think I'm going to maybe wrap this up. This page is nowhere near done. Like, no, not too many people will crank out a full page of pencil work in 45 minutes. I will continue to work on this. Now, is this something you all would like to see, or am I like, should I be doing like one-offs like my Wolverine? I don't know. But yeah. Yeah, I think for now, I'm going to wrap this up, see how well this has done. But yeah, I'm not minding the free restream. I don't know if I need to be super high res, but yeah, I may work on this page a little later, might not. But for anyone that has been checking out, even if you haven't been, sorry, rambling. Anyone that is checking this out live or plan to do so, thank you very much. Any kind of feedback, feel free to comment. And yeah, hopefully do this again soon. Good night.